Every time I see a word problem on my test, on my homework, on my notes, I'm circling numbers, I'm boxing a keyword. Gained would mean add or subtract, silent hand. Aiden? Yeah, if you're gaining something, you're putting it on to the other one. So let's set it up. Remember how we set this thing up on Friday? We actually started with let me go back. We started with this analogy of good guys versus bad guys. Then we added some kids to the mix. And the kids are playing some Nerf wars. They're the fractions. The adults are the whole numbers. In order to add the kids, they want to play fair. And if you get like a gigantic Nerf gun and the other person has like a little tiny like I don't know, a single shooter gun where you like have to pull the thing back, and the other one's got like an automatic. It's just not fair. So we gotta check your voice. We gotta make these fair. How do I do that? Well, let's multiply 1/4 by nothing because 1/2 can become a 4. Set this to the side. How do I make the 2 into a denominator of 4? Mason. If you can do that mentally, I'll allow you to do it mentally. You don't need to show work. So this becomes 2/4. This is 1/4. Add them together. 1/4 plus 2/4 is 3/4. 8 plus 3 is 11. So these guys band together. Your answer is 11 3/4 pounds. I do need to see them added and stacked, so you need to rewrite them, especially since it's a word problem. Stack it, but this part that is in red is optional. If you can simplify and make a common denominator, you can do that in your head. Example 2, Christine has 4 1/3 gallons of ice cream. She and her friends eat 2 1/6 gallon. How much ice cream does Christine have left? Circle your numbers. And box a keyword. Get ready to turn and talk. Quick 20-second chat. What is the keyword that tells you add or subtract? And are you adding? Go. What keyword is it? Turn and talk 20. You got it? Set it up. Stack it. 3, 2, 1. If you're still chatting, raise your hand. What is my keyword? I got 2 hands. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sean, what do I got? How many do they have left? What's another keyword? I'm thinking of Mason. Eating. If you're eating something, you're taking it away. Sure. So we're going to subtract this time. 4 1/3 minus 2 1/6. We're eating, have left. We are subtracting. So I have 1/3 minus 1/6. I cannot do that. Help me get the common denominator for this problem, Tessa. 1/3 and 1/6. What is my common denominator? 6. So 3 times what is 6? Tessa, keep going. Multiply top and bottom by 2. 1/3 becomes 2/6. Write it to the side. We now have a fair fight. 2/6 minus 1/6, and it becomes 1/6. Let's move over to the adults. They're fighting, and good guys win. 4 minus 2 is whole class? 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. There is your answer. This is 2 1/6, but we need to label it, and it's gallons of ice cream. Example 3. Read it for me, please, Max. Mallory. Whoa, holy big number. Okay, keyword that I'm looking for, silent hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, we got a lot of options. Colton, what do you think?
All together.
Are we adding or subtracting?
Adding.
Good, let's add them up. Does it matter which number goes on top when I'm adding?
No.
Nope, they're just gonna band, so either one will work. Add them together. I have 3/10 and 1700ths. What's my common denominator? This one's a little bit larger, but you should be able to do it mentally still. Daniel, what do you think? It's 100. So let's try to make 10 into 100. Chad, what do I multiply by top and bottom? 10 times 10 is 100. That works. 10 times 3 is whole class? 30. Let's set it up. Where does that 30 hundredths go, Raiden? Where do I put the 30 hundredths? Next to what number? Yeah, the 3/10 is what it was originally. I'm changing it so I can add. Good. That's 30 hundredths, so 17 hundredths needs to drop below it to add. 30 plus 17 is what? Chad. You can. You okay? Okay. What do I do next? The kids were banding together. What do I do my last step? Nora. Add what together? The whole numbers. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 and 47 hundredths is my answer. Can I simplify that at all? As the numbers get larger, it's a lot harder to think about it mentally. I would always just start with 2. 47 can't divide into 2. 3? Well, 100 can't divide into 3. 4, 47's odd, it can't divide into 4. 5, 47 doesn't work. Once you hit 6, 7, 8, if it doesn't divide yet, you know that's as simple as it gets. 8 and 47 hundredths miles is your answer. It's a lot. 5 and, I don't know why they're measuring miles in tenths, but I guess she wants to. Here are 2 with your partner. I'm giving you 3 minutes. Check your answers with each other before moving on. Once you're done with 2, you can start independent practice with the partner until that timer goes off. When you're ready to go, pencil up. Let's do a strong start. And we're working on 1, then 2. Go to independent when you're ready. Raiden, you ready? 3 minutes with partner. Go. Double check a few things with the partner. Are they adding or subtracting? Double check if they got the right answer. Double check with the utensil side. And I'm gonna check row 3 I'll let you. Anyone else today? No, we're amazing. Let's put pencils down, say done, and tap when I say 3, 2, 1. Done. Number 1, max 8 2 into 5th box raisin, Millie 8 3 and a 10th. How many boxes they eat together? Give me the answer for these. We'll do a quick check. Chad, what did you get? 5.5 boxes. If you agree with that, silent yes. If you disagree, silent no. 5.5, is that what you got? 5 1/2. Any silent no's? Checking. Okay, hands down. That looks correct because I'm going to multiply that by 2. So this gives me 4 over 10 plus 1 over 10. Oops. 1 over 10, which is 5 over 10. If you know that 5 over 10 is 1/2, I'm okay with you writing that to that mentally. We've been doing sprints, and the goal is to get this all mental so you can do it in 3 seconds or less. 5.5 boxes is your answer. Number 2, silent hand, what's my answer? Number 2, if you got there, raise your hand. We'll check it if you didn't. Daniel. Yeah. 3 5/6 gallons, 1 2/8. How much did he use? Let's set it up. It doesn't look like all of us got to this problem. Do it with me. Am I adding or subtracting in this problem, Justice? I would be subtracting because he is using. Using means he is getting rid of it. He's not adding water to his camping trip. Let's subtract it. Add water to his Camelback or his water bottle or whatever. Let's see. What do I do next, Mason? And how do I do that? What's the LCM of 6 and 8? If you did not get that, let's go ahead and add this step. Yeah, it's 24. If you got 48, you probably got it right. You just had to simplify it a ton. 6 times 4 is 24. Multiply it top and bottom. 2 over 8 times 3 over 3 is 6 over 24. The kids are fighting with Nerf guns. Who's going to ultimately win this round, Liliana? Good guys or bad guys? What? Good guys win. And what is the fraction left over? 20 minus 6 is what? Sean, turn around. 20 minus 6 is 14. 3 minus 1 is whole class. 2. Can I simplify that any further? What do I divide by? Can 2 fit into it? Can 3 fit into it? Can 4 fit into it? Aiden. Let's try. 14 over 24 divided by 2 over 2. As the numbers get a little bit bigger, I'm going to just show the work to make sure I'm accurate. 7 over 12 is what I get. Is that the simplest it can be? Checking in my head, 7 divided by 2 doesn't work, 3 doesn't work, 4 doesn't work, so yes, it is. This turns into 2 and 7/12 gallons. Aiden talking one, Colton, raise your hand. They are in English class. We don't need to know the teacher. You're on independent practice for 10 minutes. If you want to skip to silver, I put silver in here because it is a really important skill that you need to have on your tests on Thursday. We'll get a lot more practice tomorrow and Wednesday, but I want you to actually start on number 8. Flip there together. We're going to do 8, 1, time, and then you'll go back and jump into independent. 3 and 5 6 plus 5.5. Watch what happens. A few of us did this on the homework well. Some of us need to get this skill dialed down a little bit. I want to make 5 over 6 the same as 1/2, so 3/6 would match. I multiply top and bottom by 3. Add them up, and I get 8 over 6 and 8. That is not the correct answer. It is not in simplest form. What do I have to do, Chad?
You have to simplify it by doing 8, 6 is one time goes into 8, and so it would be 2 6.
6 goes into 8 one time, 2 6 are left over. I need to combine the 8 and the 1 because those are the adults. When you have an improper fraction, it's kind of like your children are growing up in the village. So they became 1 adults, 2 6 is still your fraction. Last step to simplify 2 6, Hadley, what would I do? Times or divide? Good. You get 9 and 1/3. That's your answer. Silver is going to look all like that. You have growing up in the village, adding your 1 or 2, and then making your fraction simplified. If you're starting on gold, give me a 1. If you're starting on silver, give me a 2. Show me where you're at. Or sorry, bronze, give me a 1. Silver, give me a 2. If you're starting at bronze, which is numbers 1 through 7, give me a 1. Silver, which is 8 beyond, give me a 2. Cool. Hands down. And you got 9 minutes now to get to work. Right, independent. We're talking about practice. If you're talking, you may be getting counted. Yeah. After this, when we pack up, sure. Sounds like we'll have at least 2 minutes. 9 will take us to 5. Yeah.